Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials.
Well, here we are again, and if you've been watching the channel over the last week or so, you'll remember that a few days ago now I put out a video about long-term food stores, and I took a look at some of the first bulk dried foods that I started to store away, and brought some of those into the kitchen to have a look at. They were 7 years old, and I said that I would do a series of little mini videos cooking with your preps with the various items that I put on display. So here comes number 3. What have we got in store today? Let's find out. So we're back in the kitchen again, and we're still on the subject of the long-term food stores that I put out a video a few days ago now on. And I showed you the 3 items, the butter beans, the porridge oats and the lentils, and said we'd do little mini videos cooking with your preps with all of these. First 2 are already out, so I've done the porridge oats, I've done the butter beans, so time for the lentils. So I've just measured out a cupful of the red lentils in my little cat measuring device. Couldn't resist that, sorry. A couple of other ingredients. We're going to need a carrot. It's kind of a medium size. It's a little bit long but not so thick. Medium sized potato, just for size, palm of my hand. Same thing with the onion, medium size. And then I'll use a few of these cloves of garlic. Literally all I'm going to do is peel and chop up the different vegetables and give this red lentil a rinse out, because whenever you get beans of any kind from the supermarket or the market and they come pre-packaged, there will be remnants of the production process in there, so there'll be all kinds of dust, and in some beans you even get little small stones. So I'll just be giving those a rinse out. I'll not be soaking them. Some people do soak overnight for lentils, but I've done this before, so I found that I actually didn't need to. All I did was give them a rinse, and that was fine. So I'll get all of this prepped up, and then step by step on the cooker show you what we need to do next. So that's our ingredients prepped. I just rinsed the red lentils in cold water just for a few minutes until the water ran clear. Carrots chopped up, potatoes chopped up, onions chopped up, and there's actually 3 small cloves of garlic there. In terms of other things you might need, you will want some olive oil or vegetable oil, as we're going to fry off the onion, the garlic, when we start. You're going to want perhaps some condiments, salt and pepper. Last time I made this, I actually used tomatoes in addition to these vegetables. Don't actually have any tomatoes in the house, but I do have tomato puree or paste, so I could either do it without or I could do it with. I think for the sake of consistency I'll use probably a little bit of tomato paste. So that's the ingredients all ready. All we need to do now is get over to the cooker, get some oil in the pan, get it hot, and then start frying off the onions and the garlic. So, got the cooker on. Just going to pop about 4 tablespoons of olive oil into the pan. Get that warmed up. Could pop some of that in. Single malt, that would be nice. So we'll just get that warmed through, and as soon as it reaches temperature we'll get the first ingredients in, which is the onions and the garlic. Shouldn't take long, this is a big burner. And there we go. Let's turn that heat down a smidgen and just let those slowly start to caramelise. Trusting you can see that. There you go. I'm still trying to get to grips with this new kitchen. I've no clue what the best angles are. Just keep moving them around so they don't catch on the bottom. Same thing with the cooker actually. Long-term viewers will remember that in my last kitchen it was electric. Totally different cooking with gas. Right, so I'll add the garlic and then I'll just give this a stir around for a few minutes before I'm ready to add the next ingredients. So while that's caramelising, I'll turn the video off and we'll fast forward to the next stage. You can see that's just starting to brown off now. So it's time for the next ingredients. So we've got the potatoes and the carrots. Just mix those around a little bit so that they can blend together and so that the potatoes and the carrots get a little coating of oil. There you go. This is still on a low heat. You don't want to be overdoing this temperature wise. The time will come shortly to boost the temperature. So we're about ready now for the lentils. So for this I need 1.5 litres of water. So I'll boil the kettle up. It shouldn't take very long because it has been boiled once already. I'll measure up the 1.5 litres of water and we'll get that thrown in. So just bear with me a second while I boil the kettle. So that's our little mixture. Kettle's boiled, so we'll grab that. We'll do our 1.5 litres of water. If you're going to use tomatoes, and a can of tomatoes, your normal sort of 400 grams, is perfectly enough. Now is the time to pop it in. If, as I don't today, you don't have any tomatoes, then once we've finished putting the water in, we can add the tomato paste along with the other condiments that are going in. I'll just save that last 1/2 litre because I'm going to pop in the lentils, and for sure there's going to be some stuck in the bottom of the bowl, so I'll just use that to rinse them out. See, I knew there would be. Done this before. I'll still end up with some in the bottom, but I am going to worry too much about it. There we go. Clean bowl almost. Excellent. So we'll give that a stir up. Need a big pan for this. 1.5 litres of liquid going in there. We'll add some salt. We'll add some pepper Don't know why, but I've got mixed herbs there instead of pepper. The joys of live video. And because I don't have tomatoes, you don't have to have tomato in, but it does add a little bit of flavour. I'll just pop a little bit of tomato paste in there. Tomato puree, whatever you want to call it. So we'll mix that around. We'll bang the gas up so it brings it to boil. And then it's a big waiting game, as it always is. It takes about 20-25 minutes for this to gradually cook. I mean, once it reaches boil, I'll knock it down to a simmer and just let it sit there. And every so often just give it a quick stir, make sure it's okay. Make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. So, as always, to save you the boring part, you can come back later once it's simmering away. So this has been running just over 15 minutes now. Everything's starting to break down nicely. So another 5 minutes, maybe, just over, and we'll be ready for the next step. The blender will be coming out. Okay, this has been going for just shy of 25 minutes. Everything seems to be breaking down well. I've had a little test of the potatoes and the carrots just to see how they are, and they're nice and soft. So I think we're ready for the blending. So we'll just turn the gas off. Grab the trusty stick blender. This could go everywhere, and we'll give it a little bit of a blend. Now this is going to take a few minutes, so rather than watching me blend away, we'll come back when it's ready for putting in the bowl. Okay, that's blended without getting it everywhere. So I guess the trick now is, can I actually get this in the bowl without it going everywhere? It's actually quite a nice consistency, that. It's not too thick, not too thin. So let's get that across to the plate. Okay, there we go. There's our lentil soup. And it does look very nice. I can't wait to get tucked into that. So, lentil soup, cooking from your preps. Bon appetit. Well, that's it for this video. I hope there was something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, I welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have. Just feel free to leave them in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.